Hey everybody, welcome back to It's All About Spice. I'm Sean.
And I'm Hina.
And we have some friends coming over for dinner this evening, and I begged and pleaded with Hina here to please make something Indian for us, something special and delicious. So Hina, what are you going to make for us?
So I'm going to make Mutton Korma.
Mutton Korma.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it involves goat. So, so often we make chicken and fish and all kinds of other things, but goat is very popular in India, and it's also very it's something that you make for special occasions.
Oh.
So I grew up eating goat preparations for birthdays and anniversaries and all kinds of stuff.
Nice.
So we're gonna try that today. This recipe though takes me back to my childhood. It definitely is my grandmother's recipe on how she makes mutton korma. So we'll try that out today.
And what does korma mean? What is a korma?
I don't know exactly what it means. I think it's like a curry, a rich curry, maybe.
Curry. Okay.
Yeah. So.
And mutton is used in various forms throughout the world by various people. Here, of course, mutton is referred to goat.
Yeah.
So that's very interesting. That's great.
Yeah.
So do you want to take us through the ingredients? Or?
Yeah, I think let's go ahead and get started. Again, this isn't one of those, I would call it, it's not a weeknight dinner thing. It does take like an hour and a half to cook because goat does take a while to cook. So just keep that in mind. I would consider this as more of a weekend type of a thing when you have a couple hours to...
A special dinner for a special occasion.
Yes,
that's awesome.
Exactly.
Well, in typical fashion, I'm going to jump behind the camera and let Hina work her magic over here.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's have it.
Okay, let's do it. All right, so let's go through the list of ingredients. Obviously, we're going to start with goat. So I've got about, this is like 2 pounds of goat. They've chopped it in really small pieces. I would prefer it to be a little bigger, but I think this is okay. So this is goat meat, and then we're gonna try to use onions in 2 different ways here. One is I've chopped onions really fine and then separated them because we're gonna deep fry these onions. Okay, and then I have one more onion here. We're gonna turn this into like an onion puree, and then we're gonna use that in the korma. I have some green chilies here. We're just going to use these as garnish, but we're going to fry them first. So I've got about 2 long green chilies here. I've got salt. Then I have ginger garlic paste. You always got to have ginger garlic paste when you're cooking with goat, I think. And then I've got yogurt. So yogurt will bring that creamy richness to the korma. And then we have a whole bunch of spices because obviously it's all about the spice. And I know Sean was so curious about some of these spices because, you don't use some of these a lot in Western cooking. So let's bring him back and talk about them.
Oh, wow. This plate is so beautiful of all these spices. And, before we started rolling tape, I was smelling these spices. And some of them are very familiar because we eat biryani and I eat a lot of Indian food with Hina, and having them separated like this really gives me a chance to identify all the different aromas and flavors that you get in like a biryani.
Yeah.
So this is, do you want to tell us what this is here, Hina?
Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of spices here, so let's go through these. Yeah. Do you want to try? Do you want to take a try?
Well, red chili powder.
Okay, you got that right. Okay.
And of course, turmeric.
Yeah, you
can't
don't
miss
want turmeric powder. Okay. What is that?
This, you already told me what it is, so I'm going to cheat there. Those are big bay leaves. Or that's one big bay leaf.
These are bay leaves.
Yep.
Okay.
This here is that ground cumin?
No, it's coriander powder.
Oh, okay. Coriander powder.
Yeah.
And then this is Garam Masala.
Okay.
Masala is a word that means like a mixture of spice, right?
Yeah.
And garam meaning spicy?
No. I don't know. I think garam kind of means warm spices. So garam masala in turn is a mixture of a lot of these spices that we have here. Don't smell it. That's going to go all the way up your nose and you're going to be sneezing.
It smells amazing.
Okay, good.
This is the magic. This spice right here, this is what makes the magic.
Okay. And the garam masala that I have here, it's store-bought. I'm not capable of making garam masala at home, I think. Okay, so move on to the next one.
And this must be cumin.
Yeah, you got that right. Okay. Yeah, that is cumin powder.
And then in the middle here we have dried black cardamom.
Yeah, so call it big elaichi in Hindi.
And then the green cardamom.
Yeah, regular
which has
elaichi.
A completely different aroma. Almost a lemony smell to it. Star anise, right? We know that one. We have some black peppercorns and some clove in there. Is that clove?
It's a long elaichi.
Then of course
kali mirch.
Cinnamon stick.
Yeah, dalchini, I think.
And this you called?
It's called Javitri.
Javitri.
And I think, did you look this up?
Yeah, that one. It looks like it's called mace in English.
Okay, all right.
So, beautiful, dude, beautiful.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, I'm going to jump out of here again. Let her continue on.
All right. All right, so we're gonna start frying the onions. I've got a pot here and I've got oil that's already hot. It's actually very hot. I'm gonna put all my onions in there. Okay, there we go. Onions are in there. Okay, so we're gonna cook the onions for about 5 minutes on high flame till they turn nice golden brown. So we want them to be really cooked. And just keep tossing the onions in between so they don't burn. Okay, so we're gonna add a little bit of salt in here. There we go, makes it nice. All right, so we have one batch of onion that's deep frying now, and then I have the second onion. I've chopped it kind of in small pieces, and I'm going to puree that with my ginger garlic paste. So let's put the ginger garlic paste in here. All right. Cool. All right, so we're just gonna add a little bit of water in here. Okay, perfect. I think this is done. All right, so what we did here is we've just created a puree of onion, one big onion, and then ginger garlic paste. And we're gonna use this as we start cooking the goat. All right, so the onion's golden and ready. So we're gonna take this out. All right, now we're gonna add green chilies and fry them for about a minute. We're gonna use the green chilies as a garnish for our curry in the end. Okay, so let's add all the whole spices. So we're gonna add black pepper, cardamom, cinnamon, bay leaves. While you're adding these spices, just make sure that the heat is about medium or low, because we don't want these spices to burn. Right, let's give this a stir. We're gonna leave this in here for about a minute. Now we're getting ready to add our goat meat in here. So you can turn the heat back to high or medium high, and let's add our goat pieces. I'm gonna stir this. And let the goat meat cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. Now we're gonna add our dry spices. So we're adding cumin, garam masala, red chili powder, turmeric powder, and coriander powder. Let's mix these spices and the goat. I want to cook this for another about 5 minutes. As you can see, our goat's been cooking in here for about 5 minutes. So now we're going to puree our fried onion. Alright, so the onion paste is ready. Okay, so back to our mutton korma. We're going to add the onion, ginger, garlic paste. Mix it well, and we'll let it cook for about 5 minutes. Okay, so our mutton's been cooking for 5 minutes. Now we're gonna add yogurt. Yogurt's gonna add the creamy richness to our korma. So let's mix this, and we're gonna let it cook for another 5 minutes. Now we're gonna finish our korma in a pressure cooker. So I'm gonna start with my pressure cooker. I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of ghee. If you don't have ghee, you can also use butter or just canola oil. Now we're gonna add our fried onion paste and just roast it a little. We're gonna add cumin seeds and mix it. We want to toast the cumin seeds, and once they start to sizzle, then we're going to add our korma mix. Just be careful as you're transferring it to the pressure cooker. Alright, so we've got everything in the pressure cooker. Now we're going to add some water. So I have about half a cup of water. So I'm going to add that to the pressure cooker. Alright, so we're done with the pressure cooker. So I left it in here for about 2 whistles on high and 3 whistles on low, because I thought the goat meat was a bit tough. Okay, so this is what we have. Looks beautiful. We're going to transfer this into my pot that I used to cook it. Okay, alright, I think we're done. There we go. We can reduce the flame to low. Okay. Alright, so you can see how nice this looks. Almost looks beautiful. So the final step here is we're going to garnish this korma with a couple things. So here I've got some ginger that I've finely chopped. This brings a beautiful aroma to the dish. If you don't like ginger, you can skip it, but it tastes really good. And then I've got the green chilies that we fried in the beginning. We're just going to toss them. And then last is cilantro or coriander. We're going to just use that as our garnish. And that's it. Now we're not done yet. Because we've added the ginger in here, we don't want the ginger to be raw. So we'll just cook the ginger in the curry for just about 2 minutes. Okay, on low heat, we'll put the lid up here and we'll just cook it for another 2 minutes, and that should be it.
Okay, so here we are with the finished product, It looks and smells delicious. We decided to do a quick little taste test before our guests arrived because I just couldn't wait to dig into this.
I know, it smells so good.
So it definitely, do you mind if I just jump into this?
Go ahead.
It definitely looks like a very special dish here. I'm going to plate some up here.
Oh my god, it smells so good.
We're serving it with roti and rice. I'm going to try a bite.
Cannot wait.
I can't wait.
It. Careful, Sean. It might be a little too spicy for you, but I don't know.
Well, it's definitely temperature hot. Wow, be
Yeah.
careful.
Hi, Ruby.
That is the best. That is the best.
Let me try it.
Wow. Ooh.
I know. Isn't
It's got a
it
little kick to it.
special?
It's got a little spice to it.
Oh my god, it's so good.
The meat is so tender, it's just falling apart. Great job, Hina. This is a really special dish, and I'm sure our guests will like it. And if you want to try this at home, it's not too hard.
I know. I mean, if you're bored of cooking with chicken and fish every other day, then give this a try. This is delicious. It's a perfect recipe for when you have guests over on a special occasion. So definitely try it and tell us how you like it in the comment section, and subscribe to our channel if you want us to make more videos about food.
All right. Well, thank you, Hina. Great job.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you.
Bye-bye.
Oh my god, this is so tasty.
Oh, it's spicy.